Evening.
Good evening.
How you doing, sir?
Not too bad. Could be better, but surviving, with the right people, with the good friends amongst you. We all help each other and we get through to live another day. That's all I can say,
What's your name?
My name is Livingston Roy Sylvester Ensley.
How old are you?
Me, I'm guess
50.
close.
Older.
64.
You're 64?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Got any kids?
Yeah, I've got a lovely daughter up in Bedford. I haven't seen her for a couple of years, but because I got stuck down here with all the problems and things, but I send her some money every 2 weeks and trying to get in contact with her now, Yeah.
So you guys are quite close then?
Yeah, I love my daughter. I'm glad I spent the younger years with her. She's about 15 now. My first 15.
1-5. Oh,
Yeah, 15.
Okay.
Yeah. That means I'll have her when I was 10 or something, which has been known to happen. But yeah, she lives in Bedford. As I say, I've lived all over England. Even went to Ipswich when I was younger, As you say, a nomad, move about a bit, trying to get life sorted. Life is just up and down for me at the moment. For the moment, it's just hard work, really. It used to be easy, but it's just hard work with all the drugs and everything. When you're in a bit of problems, I find have a bit of cocaine or a bit of heroin and it sorts a problem out, but it doesn't. It just makes it a lot worse. It sounds silly, but it happened. And I started all this rubbish life late. Started when I was about 35, 40. I'm 64 now, I was a good kid when I was younger, But as you get older and you get put under pressure, you tend to let things go, I find anyway. Because you haven't got no one to help you through your problems, I feel embarrassed to go to my family and ask them for help, but they will help me, but I just feel embarrassed because before that I was okay. I used to help them or sort them out, and I hate going to people and asking them for favours. Family wouldn't say no, but when they say no, that's what really hurts, I've got 4 years for helping my sister out, and I don't think she appreciated it because she was having a couple of people staying in her house and they started abusing her, taking liberties, hold her £4,000, Went round to help her out one day and throw the people out. I suppose they didn't like the way me and my pal spoke to them, told them to get out. They went to the police and told the police that we threatened them, abused them. And I'm not a racist, man, but because they were white people, the police tend to believe them. I went to the Old Bailey for this and got 4 years. So that kind of messed up my life as well. I was engaged, hoping to get married soon, up in South Norwood. So that kind of messed up my life, I said to my fiancée at the time, it's a long time. She goes, she'll wait for me, but when I came out of prison, things didn't feel right, so we just parted amicably, that's the word, yeah, and she was a good girl, but I knew I wasn't going to stay with her because she couldn't have children. I spent 10 years with her and I wanted my own child, She's set now, she's got her own house now, adopted a few kids and married, I saw her in church one Sunday a couple of years ago, you know, because I got a couple of pals who have turned their life around and become pastors, you know, 2 friends, you know, and it's good, you know, men home and things like that to help you get off the crack and the heroin, you know. Hard work because you're not allowed out for a couple of weeks, you know. It's something you want to you want to do, you know, and it was good. It was getting me going, you know. Within about a year I had about £4,000, £5,000, £6,000 saved up, you know. I mean, can't even save a penny now, you know. I don't know what it is, but
a penny now? What's the difference?
oh, it's too much spending, it's too much drugs. Yeah, drugs basically now. Before it was going out, cars, clothes, you know.
What did you like as a youngster?
I was good as a youngster. Oh yeah, I was working. I was a good boy as a youngster. I'm still a good boy. I'm still a good man, I should say, you know. Yeah, I was okay as a youngster, I think, anyway, you know.
When did you start the drugs?
When did I start? When I was about 40, 35, 40, very late.
You started quite late then?
Yeah, I started quite late.
What was the reason?
What's the reason? I've got to think back now. What's the reason? I don't know, just tried it and I liked it.
Do you know the first time you did it?
Yeah, I can vaguely, because before that I just used to smoke a little spliff and be on the level, you know, because with a joint, with some weed, you can control you know what I mean. It's a joint and you chill, you know. You can either get into your hard work or whatever you want to do, you know. You get still on the level. But with the crack, it's too matic, and you know, it's too up and down, it's too fast, it's too rapid, and I wish they could ban that drugs really, because that's taken a lot of money. I've done a drug course and I was shocked to find out since I started smoking and I put it down, it's over £1.5 million been spent on drugs for the 30 years or 35 years I started smoking.
So you've had access to a lot of money then?
Yeah, but it's not a lot over the years when you think about it, you know.
Who introduced you to that crack? Was that the first drug you took, crack?
Yeah, middle 90s, I think it was 96 or something. Yeah.
Who introduced you to it?
Who introduced me to it? It's just life, and you just bump into people. And oh yeah, it was my friend in it was my friend in Holloway Road, you know. A married man, me and him used to share a flat, you know, and his wife used to work for the newspaper. She was a critic, so, yeah, for the newspaper, and I don't think she knew, and we lived together anyway. So he went, Roy, try this. I tried it, I liked it, and you know what he said to me? That is the wrong thing to say. I went, this is nice, man, I love this, yeah. Tried it, and from there, I started smoking hard, you know. And there's a story as well. I was going to Jamaica, I can't even remember when, about 20 years ago. I had £5,000 saved up for my spending money and paid my fare, and I started smoking. And in them days, it's like £50 for half a six of coke, or £20. Not like that. You can get £5 bits and £10 bits. And I started going into my holiday money. I know I was doing wrong, but you can't help it, because it just draws you into it, the horrible thing, you know. Lucky my sister came, because we were flying out to Heathrow, so we all had to be together in the same house in the morning to wake up. Me, her, my mum, my nephews, and my brothers, you know what I'm saying? We was all flying out to see my grandmother. She never came and rescued me. God knows what I would have. Probably gone over to Jamaica for 6 weeks skin. but by the grace of God, she came to rescue me. She didn't know I was smoking then, because I didn't tell my family, you know. I mean, but I went to Jamaica with about £3 spending money anyway. Already spent about £1, and that was just from 6 o'clock after I come home from work till about 12 o'clock at night, you know.
One day.
Yeah,
6
a couple of hours. Yeah, it's mad, it's mad, it's mad. Plus I look after people as well, helping people out. You know, it's just mad, it's just crazy. It's embarrassing sometimes to mention them kind of thing, but it's not always been my life, you know, but it is a sad life, and I wish I never even picked it up and started. I'd be a lot richer. Should have had my own house and things by now, you know. And that kind of hurt you sometimes, you know. You wake up in the morning, you start thinking, and you thought, well, let me go and get some Charlie, that'll get me through the day. But it doesn't work like
So
that,
is it,
you know.
are you on cocaine or is it crack that you're on?
I don't like coke, I can't snore, but I was on crack, you know, I'm on crack. I was on crack, you know, I used to go and buy my powder and wash it up myself, you know. But nowadays, it depends where you get it off, it's basically rubbish nowadays anyway. Because as we know, they've locked the weed off and promote the coke. I'm not saying I'm blaming the government, but in America, from what I heard on news and newspaper, correct me if I'm wrong, in about 4 or 5 states it's legal, marijuana, you know. They're making tablets out of it now and everything. But back in my days, you get caught with a £5 draw on you, you know what I mean, you're going to jail, which I have done, you know what I mean, you know. It's mad, just crazy, this life,
How
you
do
know.
you fund your habit?
Oh, it's terrible because I'm on the brown now, the heroin, and you got to have that every day. Minimum is £10 a day. That's like, what, £140 a week or something. You know what I mean? Every 2 weeks, sorry, you know what I mean? £70 a week, and that's minimum, really. You know, that's not being greedy, you know, and that's why I've got a couple of friends, I get some tablets off them, so when I wake up in the morning, I'm not ill, not vomiting, not running to the toilet, you know what I mean, eating, you know, it's a horrible thing really, you know. But, you know, got a couple of friends who get a couple of tablets off of them, and it slowly ease you off. Yeah,
When did you get into the heroin?
Same time, about a year after I started the coke, because you're with people and it goes, take the heroin because it'll bring you down off the coke. Because back in the day, the coke was just, you know, like you got wide eyes and legless, you know, you're just buzzing, zinging, as I call it, you know what I mean? So to calm yourself down and get on the level, you have a bit of brand, just level you off. But that's the wrong thing to do, because once the brand get hold of you, you're F-U-C-K, you know what I'm saying, you've had it. You've got to have it. You know what I mean? You can do without the coke, but once the brand is calling, you've got to have it, because you're in aches and pain. You can't even walk, you know, and it's all new to me, you know, because I'll say I started late. It's all new to me. It's horrifying. It's horrific, really. You know, it's horrible. Smashes up your sec. Like, I would love to stop. I'm hoping to stop. I've stopped a few times, but keep drawing back into it. You know. I would love to stop.
What draws you back to it?
I don't know. I suppose being under pressure, kind of thing. You know, to ease the pain of pressure. You know, like, I don't know, getting sacked from your job, or you and your partner split up, or you're just bored and can't find nothing sensible to do to keep you on the level, so you just sit around and smoke crack from morning till night, and it does mount up, you know. I was shocked when I done my course, and add it all up, you know, and it came up to that much money. Oh, you know what I mean? I couldn't believe it.
Is there anything people can, any sort of help or assistance that can be offered to get you off it?
Yeah, there's rehab where I've been before. Yeah, one of my pastor friend, you know, he had a men home, and I went there. But you gotta want to do it yourself. No one, you know, you can have all the help you want. It's you got to make that decision, and that was good because it was happening. But I wouldn't say I was leery, but you know, when certain people are in position, you know, people want to talk down to you, you know, because where I was in the men's home, there's leaders and people there who were ex-gangsters and ex-drug takers, and you know, they want to talk to you like, you know, I mean, my pal said, Pastor Roy, just keep it sweet, just keep it cool, like he was, like we was in, because he's done a bit of prison time, but he's turned his life all around, you know what I'm saying? But I've just got this anger in me, I wouldn't say anger, but I don't know, like, not caring attitude, you know, and when I do think about the wrongs I'm doing, it just drives me more crazy to go and do more drugs, you know, because when I think I haven't seen my family for years, my people for years, you know what I mean, go and borrow a bit of money off my mum, always pay her back, but sometimes you slack a bit and you just feel away, so you just do more drugs, you know, if that makes sense.
Are you suffering from a bit of depression, you two?
Yeah, because of what I'm doing. Yeah, my flat was Manor House, I was living in Manor House, and there was a crack house next door. You know, I just moved in. It's like a red flag to a bull, you know, and got involved with that. Next minute, I've been raided. You know, they kicked me out my flat. I left everything in my flat. Bed, wardrobe, cooker, fridge. Still had a couple of clothes to wash in the washing machine. I had to go and leave it. Yeah? But they told me to go to court and fight for it, the landlord, but I just walked away from it. So that makes, you know what I mean, that just put me under more pressure to smoke, and you know, and when you think about all the stuff you've got and lost, you know, just blow it. Just
triggers you a bit.
Yeah. And it's my fault really, because it ain't the first time, you know. Got 4 years in prison and ended up losing my flat and things like that, you know. But before all that, I've had 30 years or 25 years of working, getting up at 6 o'clock and having a good time, you know.
What are your biggest regrets?
Touching crack cocaine.
If you could go back to that day, would you ever have done it?
Nah, I'd be a rich man now.
So what would you have to say to somebody watching us?
Don't be tempted to touch crack cocaine, brand, do something you can control, like a good centimeter spliff, a joint, you know? If you've got to take something to calm you down, to give you a buzz, better than alcohol, than anything. Spliff and a beer and you're fine. That's all. I wish I could get back to that, you know what I mean? Because crack, flipping hell, man. Jesus. I mean, they're doing £5 bits now, but when I started back in the days, it was like 50, £20. You know what I mean? And that's 4, 5, 6 times a night you run into the dealers, you know what I mean? Unless you buy yourself a half ounce and a quarter and have a good smoke, you know?